You know our next guest. He basically works here. We love him. Our next guest is a James Beard nominated chef, and thank you. Clap for that. And he has a new show debuting later this month on the Outdoor Channel. Here's the trailer for Feral.
It's the ultimate culinary adventure.
I'm Yia Vang. I love to create amazing food with animals that aren't necessarily on everyone's list, but they should be because they're delicious.
Invasive species beware.
If you didn't tell me that was carp, I wouldn't know.
The snails are kind of fun in here.
Food star Yia Vang is biting back.
I get it. It bit me.
Oh, Yia! You're killing me! That is, I have so many questions. That's Feral. And it debuts on the Outdoor Channel at the end of the month. Give it up for one of our favorites, the great Yia Vang, everyone. Okay. Yia, can I give you the log line for your show? Because it kills me.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
He chases, he harvests, he cooks, and he eats less traditional species. I love, that is the best movie poster line ever. Okay, so buddy, how did this come up? Like I always say I want to be in the meeting when blank.
Yeah.
I want to be in the meeting when was this pitched to you, or was this an idea you had?
No, it was pitched to me, from Intuitive, the Patricks. I'm sure you know them. McMahill came in and said, hey, I have an idea, and he kind of pitched it to me. And when he explained, like, hey, we want to put you out in the wild, and you can go with a guide, and we're going to find these animals that aren't really traditionally on people's dining table, and we want you to go hunt with them, and then you get to cook it. And the moment he said that to me, I said to him, I'm like, dude, this show is so Hmong that it's not even funny. Like, you guys are gonna put me out in the wild. We're gonna hunt animals, and then we're gonna start a fire and then cook it on top. I mean, I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you in? I'm like, I'm totally in. And so it started out that it was like a year and a half ago, and it developed, and then Outdoor took it on, and it's incredible. It's been so fun.
What was first day on set like? Where were you? Do you remember where you were first?
Oh yeah, you see that boat? You see me in that?
Is that you?
That's first day on set.
That was?
Yes. So we were in Destin, Florida, and it was lionfish. So lionfish are like soup.
Aren't they poisonous?
Yeah, they are. And then you have to scuba dive.
Yeah, you can't be casual about poisonous fish.
Oh yeah, and then you scuba dive 150 feet down into the reef, and they're really invasive, right?
Yeah.
They're just jacking up the reef system. So Mike and Alex, they went down. I didn't go. I'm not scuba certified. I can't swim.
You can't? Yeah.
So
check your contract next time.
Can I tell you the funny thing?
Yes.
They put me in this wetsuit, right? So I've never been in a wetsuit before, right? You ever been in a wetsuit?
Once.
Yeah, big dudes don't go in wetsuits.
No.
So I get in this wetsuit. You know how producers are. You got one of those.
I have several. Yeah.
They think it's funny to put you in situations where it's like we're gonna kind of be funny, and you're the.
Oh, there's no. Don't clap for that.
So they put me in this wetsuit. I get in the water. I'm like, and I get out, and our producers and directors like, oh, dude, we didn't have to put you in this wetsuit. We just thought it'd be funny. Yeah. So nobody helped me get in. It was rough.
No.
Yeah.
But the lionfish, I'm glad you mentioned, because all joking aside, restaurants down there are trying to figure out ways to cook them because they need to get rid of them.
They're so good. I tell people it's like eating a snapper.
Really?
Yeah. Texture-wise, it's like a snapper.
Okay, let me read some of the things Yia is going to be preparing. You ready? You ready, y'all? Carp.
Yep. Carp, we did it with Bo. So night with Bo.
Of course you did.
I mean,
God, I love
there's
you.
a part of me that felt like a superhero out there. I'm not gonna lie. Like late night, midnight, lights out. You're on a boat. And you have the bow. And you're just like, hey. I'm like, man, let's go.
Yia was
Arrow.
like
let's
a member of the Avengers.
Yeah.
I have a question about one of them. A feral hog.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's a wild boar, feral hogs. They're all over the South. We were in South Florida area. And you want to hear the crazy thing about them? People are like, oh, they're so cute. No, they destroy farms. And this is how they do it. The adults always send the babies out first to make sure that there's no danger. So if the babies survive, then the adults will come out.
What?
I know, right? Parenting 101 right there,
That is horrible.
I know. That's what they do. So like you'll see all the little ones first, and then you'll wait, and then after, if the little ones aren't shot or whatever, or no predators, then the big ones come in.
I won't say, but someone on our staff just went like this.
Like,
yes, yeah. Okay, what? Now be honest. We're still gonna watch, but what didn't taste the best to you? Like, what did you cook and you're like, I did my best. It's still not exactly my favorite.
You know, I don't honestly, I don't have any.
Really?
Like, to be completely honest, like everything I think that we went through, I really just said, hey, what is a way that we can do this? Like, for example, we did iguanas, right? And that was really fun. You know, it was a special connection. Like I was talking to iguanas, I actually was talking to my dad, and my dad's like, oh my gosh, like as a little boy in the hills of Laos, like that's what we hunted. So he showed me a recipe that they made. And so here I was in South Florida doing the exact same recipe my dad did like 60 years ago.
That's awesome.
And for me, like I didn't grow up with my dad showing me how to throw like a baseball or shoot a basketball. He really just showed me how to, you know, cook and over fire and hunt and fish. And so there was a special connection. And so for me, there wasn't nothing where I'm like, oh, it didn't taste so good, blah, blah. It was actually really fun. And there were some challenging. The python was a little challenging.
I was just gonna say, on the list is a Burmese python.
Yeah.
What made it challenging?
Catching it first with your hands.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it?
I got bit. Yeah.
You did?
But can I just say too, Jason, you got producers, right? Same thing. Producers think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Nobody helped me.
Yeah.
Like I got bit, I looked at him, and this is what the director goes, keep rolling. And I'm like, ah, and I'm bleeding, and yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, if Jeff or Ted ever came to me and said, I need you to go in the woods, and I need you to capture, hunt, and eat, and cook a Burmese python, the Jason show would be over. I would not, I mean, it would be over.
Jason, I would love to take you on one of these expeditions.
I would go. With you, I would go.
We roll into the Everglades, right? Have you ever been in the Everglades?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, we're rolling into the Everglades. This guy named Dusty Crumb, you know? He rolls out of bed. And he is the Everglade as a human. Like, if you could make it the Everglade into a human.
That's Dusty Crumb.
Dusty Crumb. He rolls out of bed. He literally comes out, we're in production. He's like, rolling his eyes, like, hey, boys, I'm going to take a shower. And he goes, let's get going. And I'm like, you know, and then an hour later, I'm walking around in the Everglades going, what am I doing here? He goes, you got to look for their skin. And the first one we saw was 7 feet.
No.
And he goes and he just pulls it out. He's like, okay, so and like he catches the first one, the second one comes in, he goes, oh, it's your turn. And I tried to go and it turned around and whack right in my hand.
No.
And yeah, everybody thought it was incredible. They're like, this is great. And the only thing the director said to Sam, who was one of our camera guys, goes, Sam, did you get that? He goes, oh, I got that.
That's all they care about.
Yeah.
Is it taped? Is it taped?
And then the meat was, you know, you really had to break it down. But the texture in the meat, I will say, is it's like octopus, like calamari octopus.
Oh.
It has that texture.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going in the kitchen. We're not making python, I promise. But we are making something I bet you haven't made. I bet. More with Yia when we come back. Back in a moment. Oh, God, that was good. Welcome back. I'm Dusty Crumb. We're back with Chef Yia Vang from Union Hmong Kitchen and Vinay, and we're cooking. What are we making?
Yeah. So I got a chance to meet this rancher. His name is Chris Hughes. He owns Broken Arrow Ranch down in Texas. And there's a very invasive species down there, and it's called the axis deer. But then they also do all these other little invasive creatures too and stuff around there. And really, the reason why it gets so full of all these animals is all these rich dudes would bring in all these different animals from different parts of the country, and they don't have any natural predators. And they just grow, and they just have babies, and they just grow. And so he got some antelope sent out for us, and he has an antelope tenderloin. So we're gonna make an antelope lob. So my dad taught me making lob growing up. Antelope, it's like venison.
Okay.
You know, you're a Minnesota boy.
Yeah. I ate. Yeah. I don't love venison, but I'm anxious to.
So what we'll do is what we got here is we got some antelope. We did a hard sear on them. This is the fresh antelope. It's super delicious. It's less gamey.
I was just gonna ask. Is it gamey?
Nope. It's less gamey. So
I trust you.
Yeah. So we got some toasted rice flours with some chili. We'll throw some of that in there.
Okay. Yeah.
We a little lime juice in there because you want that little tartness to it. Mm-hmm. And then we have some cilantro and Thai chilies, and we'll just throw that a little bit in there. Okay.
Use seasonings and spices, folks. I've said it 8 million times. I'll say it again. The best. Like, done. I mean, period on the end of the sentence, the best. Yeah.
So one of the things about, especially when you're doing game meats.
I can smell it,
Yeah, the thing with game meats is like people are always so afraid, oh, it's going to be gamey, it's going to be gamey. And different game animals have different tastes. And antelope is very mild. So, and so what we'll do is we have some herbs here. So we have some cilantro, some mint, some Thai basil, we have some microgreens, and we just kind of add all the herbs in there.
Okay.
And you really want that because that herb is going to really help minimize that gaminess, but I don't really think it's that gamey.
Okay.
So,
Again, I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what we do here is we just mix it, and and this is one of those dishes that Dad would make at home, especially when it's like a special occasion.
Oh, so this is special. This is okay.
Yep. And it was one of my favorites growing up. So we're just gonna toss it together, mix it. It looks really beautiful. And it's one of those too where it's like, I love eating this with some fresh vegetables. So we have some cucumbers, we have some radishes. And what I do is we can just take a little bit. So basically, for the python, that's what I did for the python, basically.
Now, yeah, I love you. You're not tricking me. This isn't no damn snake, is it? No, that's not.
No.
That's you. Okay. I want to make sure.
No English.
Okay. That's not going to work here, sir.
And so we'll just do a little bit right in there.
Make one for Kendall too. Kendall said before the show started that she wanted to try this too.
Yeah.
So
and I tell people it's
come here, Kendall.
It's like almost like beef tenderloin, texture wise.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you just grab a little bit of it.
We'll give Kendall that one. Kendall, there you go.
And just gonna have me do it first.
Yeah, so almost kind of like a lettuce wrap,
Like a little lettuce wrap. Kendall, go ahead and make one.
So you said it's kind of like venison. I like venison.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into it.
Go ahead.
With all the herbs in there. Very refreshing. And then what I usually do too is, if it's too flavorful, you have the cucumber. Take a slice of cucumber, throw it in there.
What's your problem?
That's some damn good antelope.
Yeah, and this is
that's really good.
Yeah, so like Chris Hughes and their team there down in Texas, Broken Arrow Ranch, like you can order this. You can order this and they'll deliver it to you because it's very invasive down there, and they go.
We need to get rid of them,
Yeah, and they go hunt it, and
That's what we're gonna have for the Jason So Christmas party, Kendall.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I mean, I'll take more.
Give it up for Yia Vang, everybody. Find him on Instagram, Yia Vang 70. Go to Union Kitchen, amn.com for more information, and don't forget, support Yia and watch Feral. Premieres on the Outdoor Channel on November 28th. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. That was really good. I was a little afraid.
It's real good.